Liza, very funny story from America, but it's got a bit of
this story.
kind of got an Aussie slant to it. There has been an emu on the run for more than 60 days in Delaware in the United States. But the best part is that local schools have gone into what they call a lockdown, a soft lockdown in America, which means they're only shooting people that they think could be suspicious.
That's right. The emu isn't armed, so it's a soft lockdown.
It's unbelievable. Officials have sent out letters alerting parents and stuff like that. Over the last week, authorities have received a growing number of calls from people who have said that they've spotted the bird and come close to hitting it. But wait, police have been asked to shoot the emu if public safety is at risk.
That's not right. You can't shoot a half of our coat of arms. But how exciting would it be to be a kid in a school and you're in maths or English and you see an emu just bobbing past the window at about 40 clicks?
So good. Like the equivalent for us is like, that would be like a Tyrannosaurus Rex coming past, you know? It's just so, it's almost mythological. It comes past, go, whoa, whoa!
Yes.
Lose your mind.
But those moments in a school ground, of course, they just, burn themselves on your memory forever.
Yeah.
I went to school with a kid called Jacques. It's not exactly like having an emu in the playground, but Jacques' dad was an alcoholic and be kicked out of home. And so he would come to the school blind and just stand in the playground yelling out his son's name, and we skipped around him like he was a Christmas tree. We thought it was the funniest, most hilarious thing. It's a human tragedy, sure, but as kids...
It's the saddest example of a funny story.
He'd have half a bottle of wine and just be crying, calling out his son's name, but we thought it was great. Sharks, Dad's in the playground, woohoo! Not exactly an emu, but one of those moments. One of those moments at school.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say, this one time we had a Labrador come into the school. You've got Shark's dad, the alcoholic.
It was, as a kid, we were amazed. We loved it.
How often did Shark's dad come to the playground and drink?
He popped up probably every, month or so. And in the end,
he's regular.
We were told, if Shark's dad turns up, just don't go near him.
Don't feed him. He's like a Labrador. But, that's the saddest example. Let's see if we can get some.
But it's one of those moments, that you just celebrate as a kid. You love it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, we had a hovercraft come to my school one time, and
really?
On the Oval, just burning up the Oval. It was one of those moments where I just went, my God, the future has just come to my school.
Yeah, but who's the guy driving it? Is he equipped not to kill children?
No, I don't think he was licensed or anything like that. And why was he so keen to come to the school?
Why?
They go, you kids want to go for a drive on the hovercraft?
Yeah,
I'd love to.
Where's
but
Barry?
There's only one seat.
He went with the guy on the hovercraft. They never saw him again.
Let's try and get some less scary stories from you. 133353. We're opening up the phones. What's the best thing that turned up at your school? Now, it could have been a celebrity. It could have been an animal. There's so many things that just turn up. Like I said, we had a hovercraft. That was amazing.
An alcoholic father weeping for his lost opportunities. Whatever you want. Give us a call, Australia, and tell us what turned up at your school.
133353. What was the best thing that turned up at your school that wasn't Jacques' dad, the alcoholic? I've got Lawrence Mooney with me this afternoon. We're taking calls on 133353. What's the best thing that turned up at your school? Some people in America have they've sent out some warnings to parents at school saying, hey, look, keep an eye out. There's an emu. There's an emu.
There's an emu on the loose.
On the loose. And police have been asked to shoot it on sight.
Oh.
What's it going to do? Steal somebody's sandwich? Seriously, it just wants some crust.
Generally speaking, the emu, or emu as we call them,
good Aussie emu.
Are they dangerous? I've heard about them kicking.
Mate,
they can kick or peck you.
That's the cassowary. They're a dangerous bird.
Right. They're lethal. They can kill you with their head. They've got that big thing on the top of their head.
They can start fires with their minds.
Yeah, right.
That's probably an exaggeration, but they are pretty lethal. Emus have been known to steal sandwiches, and I have been one of those victims. So if you do see one on site and you're in America, shoot it. I don't have a problem with that. Let's move on. Let's take your calls. What's the best thing that turned up at your school? We've got... I can't see who we've got online there. Let's just go to the first person. Sorry, we're in different studios today. Hello?
Hi there. Tosh here.
Josh?
Tosh.
Tosh. Hello, Tosh.
Yeah, how are you?
What turned up at your school?
A couple of things. The first one that I initially called up about was a kangaroo rocked up one day. That was quite interesting during our school swimming sports.
just on its own, or did someone bring it?
No, on its own. Grew up in regional Victoria, although it's quite a built-up residential area. I don't think anyone really expected to see a kangaroo there. And the other one we had was, we actually had Tony Abbott rock up during the 2010 federal election campaign.
Right. Did he just rock up on his own, or did someone bring him?
No, he actually had an AFP detail with him from memory. And
Which do you think would offer the best scrotum purse? Would it have been the former PM or the kangaroo? If you had to make one out of one of them.
Well, I'm a bit biased. I used to work for the Labor Party, so I'd probably say our illustrious former Prime Minister.
Right, okay.
But,
Yep.
Yeah.
You can get a good handful of change into that one.
Yeah, let's get to our next
Thanks,
caller.
Tosh.
Hello, are you there?
Yep,
G'day, who's this?
it's Chris, mate. How you going,
Hello,
mate?
Chris. Yeah, really good, mate. Sorry, we're in the Gold Coast studios, and so everything's a bit mixed up today, and I can't see who's calling through. I just know there's lots of calls there. Chris, what's your story, mate? What's the best thing you've seen rock up to your school?
We had just sitting in class one day, hear a car revving pretty loud, and one of the teachers must have been having a bad day. She wasn't in that day. Middle of winter, turned up doing donuts on the oval, and she went for about half an hour till the car got bogged. Then everybody could move in and sort of get her out of the car, and the police came and took the car away.
What? So she'd taken the day off, turns up to the school in her car doing donuts. She must have lost her mind, did she?
I don't know. I don't know what's happened. She's just having a bad day. I don't. Yes,
Bad
really
day.
Full story, but
Chris?
yes. The
Chris,
best
what
bit
about-
was. Yep.
Yeah, no, go ahead. The best bit.
The best bit, because I caught the bus, we're in rural Victoria, so caught the bus, and as we were all catching the bus going home, on the way out of town, there's the car covered in mud, parked at the cop station, so there's a big cheer in the bus.
Yay!